That what was your very first memory of wanting to become a filmmaker?
A small girl, I would always be around some kind of cultural activities.
Are you working on your next project?
Script I want to work on, it demands some kind of research work. So right now I am doing the research part.
So as you were talking about feminism and how you're into it and your whole family is like into feminism, so would you ever in future like make a women centric, feminism centric movie?
Feminist, this word, we always think a woman will be only feminist, or a woman only have to make a film about a woman. No, a man can be also a feminist.
Welcome to our show, The Visual Pod, where stories meet storytellers. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here.
Your journey from sociology to cinema really fascinates me. And my first question to you is that we all know that you started your career as a sociologist to filmmaker. So, how did that sociology academic path influenced your filmmaking journey?
Okay, it's actually other way around. I started as a filmmaker and then I got into sociology. And filmmaking is something which is very personal to me. From my very childhood, I have been into extracurricular activities. Like I used to take part in many dramas, stage plays, and my father used to encourage me a lot to be there, to do activities which interest me. And from stage to visuals, I did my post graduation in mass communication and journalism
Okay.
from Cotton University, Assam. And during that period, second year of my course, I did one film appreciation course from FTII, Pune, and that opened up my vision actually and I got to introduce to world cinema. And I moved to Bombay. In Bombay, I worked in many production companies like Z for Sony, and many advertisement production houses. Also, I used to work as assistant director and also into production. And eventually I became chief assistant director, then director. I used to direct a lot of corporate videos, but my wish was always to tell my stories. And then I met my husband, who is also into filmmaking. He is a cinematographer. We met in SRFTI, Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute. He studied there, and we were working on a documentary project. I was directing a documentary and he was shooting for me, and we made a team and we eventually got married. And he's from Tamil Nadu, and that's why we shifted to Chennai. And after shifting to Chennai, I had to reinvent myself. I wanted to go back to academics. Also, I wanted to keep my desire alive. Sociology kind of helped me to understand a lot many things about society. Like as a filmmaker, it's very important to understand our social life, the world around, everything actually, the structure in society, the inequalities, and whatever is happening around, we have to make ourselves alert. Sociology definitely helped me to methodically understand the process. After studying sociology, I did a course in MA in Sociology from Madras University. And after the course, I shot my first feature-length film, which is in Assamese language. It's called Before Spring, though the name is English. Uh, yeah, Before Spring went to many film festivals. It started with Geomami Film Festival 2023, and then it went to Kala Ghora Art Festival, and then it went to a few more festivals in northeastern India. Uh, uh, it's kind of uh, you know, it's an encouragement and inspiring factor when the film gets some kind of recognition. Before Spring is very much related to, you know, it's a personal story. It's like, you know, I go back to my childhood, to my native place, but here I explore the stories within the characters, where I have shown the social, economical, political, and the gender aspect through these characters. Yeah, and it's like one I through this story I want to tell a lot many more stories, which I would have probably witnessed when I was a small girl in my village. Yeah, so that's how it started. I have finished my first feature length film. Before that, I have done two documentary films,
Okay.
non fictions, and two short films. Yeah.
That's really great. So my next question would be that what was your very first memory of wanting to become a filmmaker?
Hmm. So as I told you, as a small girl, I would always be around some kind of cultural activities. My father encouraged me a lot to, to do things which like interest me. I was into stage plays. Those days I used to act in stage, and eventually when I grew up I wanted to tell stories, I wanted to direct, but I was not sure which medium to pick up to express my stories. When I got enrolled to mass communication and when I did my film appreciation course, I kind of became quite sure about the medium.
Mm.
It should be the visual medium that I want to explore, because we have, in visual medium we have it's like crazy, we have so many aspects. It's not only the actors medium. We have to understand the sound, the music. It's the amalgamation of, science and arts, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like that time I kind of decided, I told my father I want to pursue something in filmmaking. So yeah, it started like that.
Okay. So, as you mentioned about your movie, like first feature film, Before Spring, so I would like to ask some questions related to it.
Okay.
What was the moment when you knew you had to make Before Spring? Like, what was the backstory and how did the idea originate?
So before spring, actually I didn't want to make it as my first film.
Okay.
The first script I wrote, it was a different story, but I was not sure of many things about that story. I kind of I wanted to take more time, and then I was also I wanted to tell a story which is very much personal to my life. And I am an independent filmmaker. I have put my all money to make this film. And there is no particular studio backup. So being an independent filmmaker, I thought, okay, why not go back to my village and explore those moments, but keep the timeline the present one. And write the story and think of the characters. Before Spring doesn't have a particular storyline.
Okay.
Before Spring tells stories I have to tell. There's no one particular story through characters. Those characters, as I told you, I have met them, I have lived with them when I was a small girl. And there's a river called Brahmaputra, and I am from the north bank of river Brahmaputra, and I grew up there in my village on the north bank, and the south bank is the city part. So we used to travel by boat and ferries, and half of my life, like childhood, I would be there in that village, just roaming around, just going to my paternal place and maternal place. And Also we used to travel a lot by boats and all, and I used to witness so many characters and stories inside the boat. Some days, the stories will be like some kind of we used to witness a lot of suicides.
Oh.
People used to jump from the river, from the boat, from the ferries, and there used to be so many love relationships doomed up there inside. So and in that village, as you know, as Indian villages, like we have many commonalities, and I also grew up with that same communal, same familiar aspects, social aspects, gender bias, then class division, inequality. At the same time, the you know the hopes and aspirations of women and men. Yeah, this that's how it started and it goes on. Yeah.
So, what was the biggest challenge for you when you were shooting for Before Spring?
Yeah, challenges are there. It's very common. It's like um, the biggest challenge I would say would be handling the non-actors.
Mm.
The actors are not professional actors, and sometimes it's fun to work with them because I intentionally preferred non-actors because I wanted to have that raw kind of that rawness, and I wanted to look like the characters as they are. So there are boat drivers characters. Most of them are boat drivers except one person, and yeah, like that. So I mean, that was a challenge. At the same time, learning process, I had to unlearn a lot of things.
Mm.
And the challenge was also to work with the community, because the community usually they are not quite used to the filmmaking setup and the timings of the crews. Our timings are not, we don't have a 9 to 5 timing, right? If the script demands, we have to go at any point of time and go and shoot, right? So yeah, convincing those people, but luckily the community support was there, the family support was there. They also got involved with us, and as a whole, as we say that filmmaking is like something which a collective effort can also make it possible. It happened like that. Through challenges only, I think we can find a lot of solutions. Yeah.
Are you working on your next project?
Right now, I'm going a bit slow because I have a small baby, and also like the project, the script I want to work on, it demands some kind of research work. So right now, I'm doing the research part. Yeah.
Sounds great. So, who was your inspiration? Like you told that your father used to push you through like creative stuff and all, like go and do everything that. So who is your inspiration for all of these things?
So inspiration, see, there are two things, like, we get inspired by somebody's work,
Yeah.
and we get inspired by people, the people who live with us. In my case, my parents are my inspiration, especially my father, because I must say he is a feminist. He is a feminist, and of course my mother. My mother is like, I mean, she is a woman, so I no need to tell about her. And of course, a lot of filmmakers work have inspired me, especially the Iranian filmmakers Asghar Farhadi, Zafar Panahi, Mahmoud Baf, Kiarostami. Iranian films are always fascinating. It's like, I mean, they are so true to themselves. Apart from that, I also love uh, I love Fellini's work.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Indians. Some of the Indian filmmakers like Basu Chatterjee, Satyajit Ray, Ghotok. Everyone's films, like, they have their different. They have
They have
different
a
genres.
particular genre, like.
Yeah, they have a different style of filmmaking, but they talk about the social issues only. They have different style of filmmaking. Of course, in the new age filmmakers like Joya Akhtar, I admire Rima Das work. She is like my sister.
Oh.
She's from my same village.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I I love many filmmakers' work. There are so many independent filmmakers, because independent filmmaking is blooming in uh, India, not only India, all over the world. And I admire many filmmakers' work. Yeah, I mean, there is not particularly one person. Yeah, because from someone you collect some style, from someone you collect some kind of stories or approach. And from Tamil Nadu, of course, I love Mari Selvarajan's work, some of the Paranjit's film, and yeah, Tyagarajan's work. Brilliant work does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, commercial.
So if you weren't a filmmaker, so what do you think you would have been doing right now?
Actually, I don't know. I would have pursued academics. I still am pursuing academics also. Yeah, academics or something related to designing,
What kind of designing? Like.
apparel, clothes,
Okay.
fashion.
That's nice. Sounds fantastic. Who is the one person you want to watch your film, like who hasn't yet, but you think like I would really appreciate if they watch my film, like you would like to get their feedback or like that?
There is no one particular
Okay.
person. You know what? There are so many great filmmakers. Definitely, uh, who have watched my film, they have given their open feedback, and I'm quite open about it, to take the feedback and to understand it. The greatest loss, I can say, in my life, of losing my father in 2023. My father passed away before the film released. So I would have definitely, wanted my father to watch my film, because he was waiting for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which filmmakers or films have deeply like inspired you?
Deeply
Yeah.
inspired me. There's a Serbian filmmaker called Amir Kusturica. Amir Kusturica. His films are very interesting. Some kind of, you go to a different zone sometimes. it also his films are realistic. At the same time, he takes you to surrealistic state. Yeah.
So, is there a decision that you've made in the past that you regret about, or you think about it, oh, I shouldn't have done that? It would have been more better if I could have done this in this way. Is there anything like that?
Yeah, it's there almost every moment, because life is like that. We can't say is there a one moment in the past. We cannot define it that way. There are many moments even now. It happened, the next moment we would have thought, okay, if I would have done this like that or like this. I mean, but yes, the time management, one thing. I could have better, make use of the time. Time management is one thing I regret sometimes, that certain things I could have done it much earlier. Yeah.
Me as well as the audience would make a point on this. So, as you were talking about feminism and how you're into it, and your whole family is like into it, feminism. So, would you ever in future like make a women centric, feminism centric movie?
See, um, feminism is not always something to do with feminist, this word, no. We always think a woman will be only feminist, or a woman only uh, have to make a film about a woman. No, a man can be also a feminist. A man can also make films about a woman. Definitely, in Before Spring also, we have characters who are women, and they are very different from one another.
What makes them like different?
Sometimes, as I told you, man can be also feminist, woman can be also a patriarch, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time women are conditioned when they are, when a woman is when a girl is when a girl child is born and she is in a family and she grows up, her whole family try to condition her, right? So that's why, like, putting those patriarchal mindset on her. um, this sort of character is there in Before Spring. And also, in Before Spring we have one more character who wants to go out and liberate herself. So feminism is a very sometimes we can't just say feminist, it's evolving. Feminism about women, we want to know more. Feminism talks about equality. The woman should be equal at par with men. But feminism is also exploring the topics like intersectionality, the gender, the class, the caste, the LGBTQ plus, right? So definitely these are the topics which are so socially relevant, and working on them will definitely make us a more evolved person, I feel. Yeah.
Coming from Assam and working in Chennai, how was your cultural identity influenced in filmmaking?
In Chennai, I have studied, but I haven't explored the filmmaking part here. I'm staying here. I'm staying with my family, but I haven't explored that filmmaking part in Chennai. I watch Tamil films. I'm making films in Assamese language in Assam, but my base is here. But the next film I am planning to shoot in Chennai, not necessarily a Tamil film, but it could be a bilingual. again I want to, because I am an Assamese. At least at this time I am not so confident to get into a Tamil language film, but definitely yes, cinema has no language. I want to explore a different language, and across border, and yeah, different cultures. So cinema has that power. Yeah.
Your film Before Spring unfolds a quite realistic way. Why did you choose such narrative?
Right.
Realistic way, like it was raw and authentic.
Okay.
So why did you choose this way?
This way of the style.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Um, this is a very personal story I told you, and this film I wanted to make for film festivals, and I didn't have you know the big technical support. I had only one camera with one lens, two lenses actually, and a very small crew. And this film, I felt, should be done in a very realistic way because of the characters, the smell of the place, all this, the river, and the people. I felt like this should be the approach we should see, and yeah, because they are very raw, they are not so refined, and this is a lens, this is a gaze that I am putting on to it, for that reason only. Yeah.
So you brought up the authenticity of Assam into this movie.
Yeah, more authentic, and I felt this is the way they should be seen, this is the way I should be shooting this film. And to make a film, it's not necessary we need a big setup. You need the basic, equipments. You need a story. The script is main, I feel. Yeah.
So you were talking about your upcoming project. You told that you were researching for something. So could you tell us a bit of what it would be, like what kind of a genre it would be, or what kind of a story it could be?
So I always I love to watch also, and I think till now I am also exploring that human emotion drama. I love to work on human relationships. Through human relationships, I want to see the world, and through that, probably, I want to explore the social narratives, the class, the stratification, the bondings, the love, everything, and change in society, and new beginnings, where it's not always yeah, social, it's also aesthetically also I want to see that, the seasons, the nature. um, so relationship is something which really excites me, and interests me to work on. So the second film I am working on is on migration, the northeast migrants in Chennai. Yeah, like through some of the characters, probably I would love to see Chennai from northeast, like from those people's perspective. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. We are really excited for your upcoming picture.
Let's see.
So you were talking about your character, like upcoming characters for your movie. You told that.
From their perspective, I want to see Chennai city. Okay, then
Would you portray it on screen? Like, what is your actual idea about it?
see, it's still in a very very nascent stage. I myself, I'm in a little baby step to talk about, and I'm still exploring those people. But I know, like I'm at present I'm reading a lot about those migrant stories, and watching films based on migration, And I myself being a migrant, so how I see different cities and how they see the cities, there are differences, because there is a class difference, there is a educational difference. Some people are more privileged than me, some people are less privileged than me. So how they see the new city, some commonalities will be also there, because we belong to the same culture. And coming here, how how are we culturally adopting to the new city, and the urban space, we are fighting for the spaces, right? So all these things are there. And how the migrants are like laborers are working, how migrant laborers are employed, uh, and what is happening back home there, why they have come up to Chennai or any other big cities. Especially I'm focusing in Chennai only. What made them to leave their own place of origin and migrate to Chennai, and how they're coping up, how are they managing here in Chennai, and what are the political and social and economical stories behind back home, and what is the new stories, what are the new social or economical development in their life here. So stories are various stories are there of various people. Lot of migrants are here, migrant workers are in Tamil Nadu. Migrants also come from the West Bengal to Kerala, and they go to Goa, they go to Bangalore. Most of the time, mostly in hospitality industry, you can see a lot of northeastern people, Nepali people, and also people from northeast. And service sector, you can see them. IT sector also, they are working, but very less in Chennai. Mostly they are in Bangalore. One very good example, you would have noticed the girls from northeast, they're employed in parlors, right? Yeah, they are not running the parlors, but they are employed here. And such big businesses are going on, keeping those northeastern girls in parlors. Northeastern girls from Assam are also employed as waitress in restaurants, and they are also in textile industries in Salem, Coimbatore. And workers are in different uh, places. Yeah. So we can find so many stories, in these places, and we can find that connection also with the city, their background, that or they might would have developed some kind of new relationship in the city, or they maybe they are feeling homesick, or they are forced to leave their place of origin and come here. So all these things I'm still exploring. Yeah,
Okay, so you will be majorly covering it with
I will not be covering
struggles.
all those stories, but I am trying to find out um, some of the characters that I can work on.
Sounds nice. So, if you could give a piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
First of all, I don't like to give advice, especially at this stage. I'm still kind of, I'm learning. I'm a cinema student. So, um, but yeah, I want to share, just love your work, and uh, uh, there are things that, time management is very important. What I felt as a young girl, and now I'm kind of sometimes I repent about it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So I want to also thank you, all of you, to the Department of Wisdom for conducting an interview with me. It's kind of sharing information and sharing knowledge. I also want to thank to Sociology department of Guru Nanak College, because of them only I am here today. And sociology, as I first mentioned, sociology is sociology helped me a lot to get into cinema. And it's very important to study sometimes, it's very important to um, understand the importance of this subject, sociology, because in India we have School of Humanities, but many colleges are closing, they are just closing down this department, sociology. I heard 2 colleges, they have stopped this course. But sociology is such a important course to understand the society better. And we have, just I want to tell you, we have so many sociologists turning into filmmaker. Okay, have you heard about Meera Nair? Okay.
No.
Meera Nair is she is an Indian American filmmaker.
Okay.
She made many many movies. She's very much acclaimed filmmaker, and she studied sociology. So sociology can really help us to explore, deeply, and understand the society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence and sharing your knowledge and experiences with us. This podcast, this episode has been great. Like, this experience is amazing for me, and I feel lucky that I got to experience this with you. And yeah, thank you for your auspicious time.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.